Hello everybody, we are back. It's 8 o'clock on the 27th of May. That would be a Tuesday. I hope you're all doing great. Hello Full Dive Media. Hello Fernicar, Battlecruiser Operational. Hello Apollonia Art. So glad you could all join me tonight. For the next couple of hours, it's going to be Scuffed Epoch Live with me, Drift Johnson. And we are continuing our work on... hello Control Alt Art, welcome, and hello Dragon Diffusion, he is hungry. See, that was me yesterday, I was starving. Got no idea how we did the show. So, don't forget, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, there is a Discord, the join link is in the description. And as you can see, I've been busy. So, we recently released nodes for Ryan on the Inside's native Ace audio workflows. There's also, so he did a repaint and an extend workflow. Also, the Art Grid Studio was updated with the nodes that we looked at yesterday. And I've been working on something called MD to SVG. So we're going to show that off as our beginning. Oh my God, why is it so large? I think we need to zoom out. Yeah, we're zoomed in for the show. So this is what it actually looks like. And if I just reset it, you see what happens? Yeah, it's using SVG technology to apply an animation formula and a scrolling effect. Okay, now this is the best I can get, and if I'm being honest, he keeps breaking the record WebM feature. So check this out. Let's see if it works. So obviously you've got different colors for the different elements. There's presets, you can put it on custom and change everything. There's also fonts and everything else, and then there's a basic demo. But the interesting thing is, say I was to take yeah, let's take this one. Let's take the DJZ Workflows README, which is like very, very old. Let's take that, we'll just copy it and we'll put it in here. Now that's going to be quite long. Okay, now it's going to do its best. Now obviously the animations will have all run out before it's finished. Now I can change the... where is it? I can change the animation duration, but then the export only has a certain... So if I put it to 30, right? The easing and things like that don't do anything yet. Generate. Now it's going to go a bit slower. We can export the SVG, which obviously we could bring into Comfy with an SVG loader, but I don't know if they support animation. Oh, this is not clean. It's working though, right? It's not clean, but it's working. If I now record the WebM, it's going to actually have to do all the frames, so this could take a second. But yeah, it's an interesting little thing. It has to record in real time, so... If you're hearing a sound, it's the sound of a Mazda being jet washed. Okay, let's see if it worked. My God, I hope this works. Yes! Oh, it's clipping off the edge of the screen, but it's working. And the idea was to try and do picture-in-picture. Obviously, you wouldn't do just like this. You'd probably scale it back. But the idea is being able to use markup to apply custom styling. So we have this style. We have this style. I don't think I didn't make. Did I make it so you can go custom and then save? I don't think I did. But yeah, you get the idea. So there's a gradient for header elements. So yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is like the latest version control art. Yeah, control alt art's just saying it looks amazing. How to play with the version I posted in Discord. Yeah, basically what I kept doing was that the original versions are in as index D-V1 and index-V2. So the old ones are still there, but what I did was I just made this one the index. So when you go to MD to SVG, it'll just pop up. This one's the best one, I think, because you can change. Like I said, you can do a bit of styling. There's a little bit more customization. Yeah? Fira code. And so yeah, it's making nicer things. Now it doesn't, I haven't exposed the size of it. So there's still things that you could do to make it better. The clipped fade black went down at the end of the saved video. Oh, did it? Let's have a look. Watch the whole thing. It's off the edge of the screen as well, I notice. But you have no idea how hard it was to get it to actually do this. It just didn't want to do it. So 30 seconds. And then oh, it's not the whole thing. It stops at 14. So there's still an issue with this. It doesn't actually... Okay. So it's designed for use at 10, but obviously... That's gonna make it so much faster. Read it. Well, I suppose you could just slow it. Actually, you can slow it down in other ways. So, we could use interpolation on the frames, guys. Wouldn't that look trippy? Like text moving up, interpolating, but it's always right because every frame is right. Let's see if we can get a 10-second out of it. Anyway, so this was fun. All of it's done with Sonnet 4 in either the chat or in Mr. Klein. It says ready to export. Let's see it. Whoa, it's so fast. Look at that fade. Yeah, true, the fade, yeah. Oh, and it stops there. Also, the links are wrong. It doesn't do the whole thing. I think it's because it's like zoomed in, because it's kind of clipping. I think if I did another improvement, I'd see if I could make it give me control of the resolution. Because at the moment, I think this is rendering in a different resolution to whatever it is. But the basic idea isn't to use it to, you know, the idea is so I could have a little da-ding, a little title card, and it's kind of like styled, I guess. That's not really a good example. There's no styling there. But yeah, I think you get the idea. Right. I don't think you can embed images in it or anything. It's mainly just to give you typography control. That's the concept. Because I can see this being like a nice little title card type thing. Yeah, and it, like I said, it is actually, yeah, it's using SVG, which is really interesting, like I say. Gives you a lot of control. Right. Next on the list, I want to take a look at the results from the video training. So if you remember, we were looking at prompt enhancing. I think this is on, what's this on? This is on the V1 model. And it was doing a pretty good job, I thought. Like with the advanced prompts, it's a little bit, there's a little bit more, you know, we've enhanced them with their prompt enhancer or a simulation of the prompt enhancer. So, right, let's just make this into a thing. So what's this? Epoch 2, V2, V2, Epoch 2. I think it learned a couple of extra things, but with that came some other stuff. So in a way, the style train was actually a little bit better. Like, yeah, that is a Skyline, but I don't know. The truck became custom. Wait, what? He's in reverse? So these are obviously, as they came out, no cherry picking. This is just what we get. And we're testing each epoch. Kind of to see what the effect of the captioning was on the model. And at the moment, it seems to have still brought in a lot of stuff that's in the base. Very, very crazy outputs compared to the original. But every now and then, you get something nice. Still a bit tripped out, though. You know? So that was Epoch 2. So then I go to... And this is a bit confusing because the numbering system is weird. For some reason, numbers went backwards. Which isn't great, but... very shaky. Is that the same, almost the same? Yeah, it's the same seed. Freaking looking through a hole. That one's probably one of the better ones, but it's still like, you can tell it's not as good. It's like, it's better and it's worse. And I think it's because it's bringing in a lot of extra stuff. It's very blurry. Very blurry. We haven't done anything to it. Is that the same video? That's like completely wrecked. So I'm not sure right now. I've got so many different outputs to choose from. There's so many different epochs to choose from at this point. I'm starting to think that it might be that the early epochs were the best, even though they're not great either. They're kind of all over the place. But you, see what I mean? It kind of like loses the plot. So yeah, gonna have to keep working on that one. But it's never a failure. You've just got to keep going. But anyway, probably just jump into that curation tool and see what we can do. But there's always more to look at. So, like I said, what I wanted to do was look at that new... What was it called now? I've forgotten the name of it. What's it called? Bread? No, it's not bread. It's got that name. We spoke about it on Friday while I wasn't actually doing anything, and so I completely forgot to check it out. For Talking. What's it called? Lip sync. New lip sync. It's got a funny name. It's got a word. One of you guys knows because you reminded me last time. Bagel? No, not bagel. Different one. Suddenly so many of them appeared. What's going on? What is the one I didn't look at already been replaced? Float. Yeah, Float was the one I was looking for. Thank you, Dragon. Comfy UI Float. I forget if they've got nodes. Let's see if they do. If you guys know of a different node than the one I'm looking at right now, go ahead and shout, but this one looks pretty popular and it's pretty new, so let's have a little read. Okay, so you put an image in, great. You put some audio in, awesome. And then it does the float, right, so have we got a model for this? Oh, and this is the guy that's got these. I need these. I need to try out DW Pose Tensor RT because apparently it's fast. We might be able to unlock live Johnson. For real. But let's see. So, models auto download. Really? Okay. That's the claim. So, yeah, let's see if it's in the manager. That's the next thing. Is it just in the manager? That'd be great. Float. Yeah, that's tricky, isn't it? Everything's got the word float in it. Aha! We found it. It's the same one. Float. You missed a bit. You can choose emotions in the middle bit. Did I miss a bit? I haven't looked at it yet. Oh, you mean I scrolled past the part where it was talking about that? Okay. I do scroll through things quickly. Wait, where's that? Maybe there's a different place. Am I scrolling past it that fast? I don't see anything here. What are you talking about? I think there's something that you're talking about. Maybe it's in here. I don't know. If it was there, it was so hidden I didn't even see it. Okay. Frontal images, and we're going to do something a little bit fun as well. So this should be interesting. The inference code includes an automatic face code. I'm going to do like a micro project by the end of the show tonight. And I'm deliberately going quickly to give myself lots of time for things to go wrong. Spoilers. Okay, so it says here. Angry, disgust, fear, happy, neutral, sad, surprise. And you can adjust the intensity of the emotion. Interesting. That's really interesting. I wonder how they've done that in their Node implementation. I also, actually, hang on. I also wonder what would happen if I give the... Hold up. Show me the code for your README. Look at all these silly things I do now. Oh, no, not that. No. That's boring. Come on. This one. I'm an idiot. Right. Oh, what happened? Is it super broken because of something it doesn't understand? It's a good test. Let's try it again. Whoa, there's something in here that breaks it. But yeah, it managed to get down to... I don't even know. I think maybe it just did this start. Is that it? Abstract? Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't know what to do. This is too complicated. That's okay. It's good to break things. Right, so we've learned about the emotions. I'm sure there's more to learn. But comfy float. So it's going to give us a thing. We've got emotion we can pick. And to be fair, hang on, let's have a conversation with the node. Where is it? Is it this one? It's probably both of them, isn't it? Yeah, I've already got them, so let's... Oh, am I gated? I might be gated because I use it too much. We'll give it a blast, and if I'm locked out, I'll go round the other way. I'll go around the pay-per-view, the paper entry backdoor that is the API. But yeah. So it's going to be a custom node, isn't it? So that means it's going to be in here. Refresh it. We've got float now. We're going to have to do a quick restart. Yep. Restart. Good. Right. And if I take these two... In fact, let's take the init as well, because that might be of use to him. I want to have a conversation with the nodes in this script. All right, we'll come back to that. Oh! He got me right in the spine. Yeah, I use it far too much, guys. It's just the truth. I don't get reset till 9 p.m. So start the timer. Start the countdown. Right. All right. Fine. I'll do it myself. Okay. We want to do a new window because we're still working in DJZ nodes there, and we're going to do open folder. And it's going to be comfy. Where are we? Comfy 14. Comfy UI and down to the nodes. Float. Okay. And now I'm going to say the same thing. But I'll call out generate and nodes. Right? At generate at nodes. I want to have a conversation with the nodes in this script. Alright, cool. Alright, so while that's working... Damn it, Claude. He's tired. He needs to sleep. I've been working him too hard. That's the truth, I suppose. And we have a way around that, but that's another thing for another show. Ollama, Qwen3 quantizations, and Open Web UI running on UV. That's 2 commands. It can't get easier than that. 1 command to download the Ollama Qwen, another command to set up your UV, and a third to start Open Web UI. And then even a 4GB laptop can have ChatGPT 3.5 equivalent at home. So, but we already showed all of that, and we're going to do more of that in the future. But for now, we need to get what we're doing all set up. So it says it's going to auto download, so I guess now's the time to find out if that is true. We do have a workflow somewhere. Sure. It's in Blob Master Float workflow. So where the hell is that? Oh, it's just here. Cool, cool, cool. Let's jump in on here and do it there. The only things I added with the Ryan on the inside workflow I just basically did it in that sort of like content first type setup. You put your song in, you put your prompt in, and then I chucked pedalboard on the end if you have pedalboard for compressor and filter effects. So yeah, but anyway, we're not doing that right now. So let's do what we are doing, which is this. Oh. Okay. Did you not actually install of it then? What? What? That's definitely stuff that's supposed to be in there. Okay, so I reckon that we need to check the install. Yeah, I'm just going to give it my sort of wonder treatment and see what happens here, okay? Install. Where's the file? Have I like moved it out of here? Oh my god, man. It's not that one. Those are different ones. So annoying. So much in here. Yeah, it's missing. God. Let's see. Have I got a copy in here maybe? No, didn't need it. Good man. See, didn't even need it. Ah, there it is. I got a copy. It's like a universal installer for custom nodes. It comes in my DJZ nodes and a bunch of my other repos. Ah, see? Haha, see, it didn't install. Didn't install. So yeah, that'll probably do it. But yeah, I keep that one in. You can put it in any custom node, and because sometimes they're not on the the manager. So, because they haven't been registered or whatever. And so this just does it manually. Make sure, if you look at the code there, it just, well, it's a bit small, but it just makes sure that it's actually going to install the requirements in the requirements.txt into the portable environment. And if I remember right, I think I took this code from like an early script that was part of Comfy UI that's like no longer there, but it's still good. Okay. So let's see if that did the trick. And like I said, that script is available in my custom nodes. It'd be funny, it's still broken. Oh, excuse me. I think we got a interesting. Install new version of PyAV to use API nodes. So PyAV is the thing that we just installed, so that might be a problem. Do we have another failed? No. Because it is possible to make the init.py in such a way so that the individual nodes fail rather than the whole pack. Let's see. Proof's in the pudding at the end of the day. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we have to poke it more. Oh, look at that. Okay, cool. So luckily we got away with it again. All right. So now we've got a thing. Do I have any like WAV files I can just use? Probably not. I'll probably just generate something quick. Hold up. Can we, excuse me. Sometimes it like doesn't actually let you type there. So shall we do, yeah, we'll just do V4 with the load voice. Like that. Okay. Plug that into the ref audio and into the audio. And oh man, that thing needs a preview or thumbnails or something. I don't remember what's what. It's all just numbers. Hold up. Let's just add to our burgeoning input folder. Icons. Yep. Right, let's find one that's like a person. I mean, it's a person. It's not really the best. Can we get a different... Get another person. Just get the still to... Oh my god. We'll take this one. I'll take this one. Okay. I just want to see it work. Do you know what I mean? Load audio is now defunct. So we have the float path, which I guess it will download. And then it's going to make the video of the person talking. Now, wouldn't you want to give this a video? That's my first thing. Aren't you supposed to give this a video, not on Aren't you supposed to give this a video? It's got a load image though with the default. Right, well, we'll just run it and see what happens, but I've got a... Well... If this is just to make an image talk, it's not as cool. How else can I put it? Maybe you can load... Maybe it has batch support, you know, so... Because, I mean, otherwise, how can you... Not video. Was it no... You said no images, and then you said not video. The face isn't big enough. Well, if it's an image to video, then frame sync wins, and I'm wasting my time. Do you know what I mean? You'll see what I mean. I want to do a live test with frame sync, which will be funny, because I'll use my voice. And Thora in a video game, which is hilarious. I haven't made the video game. That's for later. Don't get too excited. It's just going to be yeah. It's just going to be something else. So I'm guessing it downloaded float. Oh! Some API nodes didn't... Yeah, I know. Okay, so... Fetching 19 files. So yeah, it's downloading that file there. But the ultimate thing is, it seems to be that Latent Sync... you won't see her body. Is it going to literally crop her face? Oh man, that's... Look, it's a cool tool, but it has a specific use case that won't apply to how I want to use it. So, that doesn't mean it's a bad tool. It just means it's good at doing a different thing. Like how you shouldn't use... well, you could use a steak knife to spread butter on toast, but you could also use a butter knife. And that's kind of where I'm coming from with a lot of these new tools. If I want to do this with an image... well, obviously we'll see if it's good in a minute, but maybe I haven't given it a good input. That's fair. It is very big though. That is like 2816 by 1664. So if it does crop the face out, it'll be a decent quality face. It'll be like 512, you know, a 512x standard. But then it's like, oh, so now I have to put that face back on there and line it up, which isn't going to be an issue with still. Actually, and there's a lot of cool applications for making faces, you know, stills talk like that, talking paintings, you know what I mean? So it is like within a theme, but it looks to me like FrameSync's got the Latent Sync has the edge here. Did you say there was something else which I haven't even heard of? Which what? Bagel. Let me go and have a look in the community and see what you guys have done here. Let's just see if I can get to the right point on while we're waiting for this. This doesn't look like it's doing anything. Oh! That's what you've got to do. You've got to say, this doesn't look like it's doing anything, and then it'll immediately download. This doesn't look like it's ever going to finish. Nah, it didn't work this time, guys. Alright. So looking through images, I guess you must have put it in video. Let me see. It's just loads of videos of cars. See, that's what I mean. Some of the outputs for these car models were actually not bad. And it's sort of like the increase in quality actually made it hallucinate a bit more. So like, it's kind of like, yeah, it's better, but yeah, it kind of also looks bad in, like, you know. So maybe that classic style train was the best move. This flicker as well got really bad. Like the car is more defined. So, and that car is way more detailed, you know, the rims and the stance and everything else looks good. But it seemed like as we kept going, like I said, you get some good ones, but the V2 was like absolutely insane. So yeah, I'm going to have to take a bit of, I think it's like getting confused on some of the samples. Probably where I needed to edit or cut some of things out. But yeah. So Bagel is not lip sync. Right, okay, cool. That's good. That's good. That eliminates it. Do you know what I mean? So it's still doing it though. I would like to see what it does, even if I screwed up with the wrong image and a massive image. What you're saying is I should really be using like a small crop of a face. And I think I do have one of those somewhere. It's probably on my bloody laptop. No audio? Oh, audio.
Hello world. Hello world. Hello world.
That is pretty good though. The only problem is it won't line up. Because when you, like, there's head movement here, right? And she's moving. So the bit that has, so say I wanted to, like, put this back into the image, it's not going to fit. The edges are going to be wrong. And I could blur it up and cut this out to do some layer stuff. But that's a whole bunch of extra work, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled by all the tech. But it's good. I'm not going to lie. It's good. And also, a little bit of a test as well here. If you notice, there's an artifact which I leave in as a signature of my upscaling technique. You might not be able to actually see it, but it's a downward striping effect that you can see. And you can see it in the shadows of her chin here. It's there, right? Can we, like, make it bigger? That's pretty good. Right. So, as you can see, there is this striping effect across the screen. It's very subtle, but it is there. It's most visible on the chin there. And you'll notice it carries on into the darkness, but it's not on the light areas, right? So look, it's in the animation. You can see the striping, but it's being 3D modeled and pushed about. So it's very accurate, actually. Very accurate. So I'll give it 10 out of 10 for what it's supposed to do. But it's not something that I'm going to be able to use, like, for what I want to do tonight. What I want to do tonight is going to be video to speech. And I'm going to do the dubbing myself, not with a text to speech, because it'll be funnier. All right. So, yeah, that's actually a pretty good demo in the end. I mean, that came out looking pretty good. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to assemble that back in. Like, I don't know how you're supposed to comp it. I mean, I suppose you could rotoscope the head, but, like, that kind of defeats the point of using the AI to generate it. But look. Maybe it's just about how this tool is supposed to be used. Like, you could plug this into a face swapping tool with a box, and it's going to try its best to put that back there. But the movement is going to be a problem. It's good though. Even the teeth are good. Look at that. That's usually the tail, the teeth and the eyes. Do you think, guys? I think that's pretty impressive. Yeah, you get the problem with a lot of the video models is they wander. Like in the Kling 1.5 Thora video I did, they'll wander through the same, so it'll be what you wanted, but it'll slightly change. And so obviously we're looking for this level of coherency. So anyway, this was fun. Let's give it the full, give it the proper setup, and we can move on. So obviously we're going to be using my one of my Kokoro custom voices. We got all these different voices. Look, we can go with Sally, yeah? Do it again with Sally. So let's get a proper little timer on this. Now it's actually loaded up. So this should give us a decent idea of how quick it is. And then I'll move things around a bit. So yeah. Let's move that down there for a sec. So the float model goes up there. FPS goes here. Put the load image there. Let's have a listen. Oh, turn it up.
Hello world. Hello world. Hello world.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just as emotionless as always. Now remember, you guys are saying, oh yeah, the motion. Alright, let's do neutral, because that's what she sounds like. Or sad. Okay, right, let's go. See, it's a shame I can't do emotion with this as well. Now we need a audio that'll let us do that as well. Should I change the voice from Sally to Rory? Okay, interesting. Go. Oh yeah, how fast was it? 20 seconds. 7 seconds? I suppose... What the... Get out of here! Yeah.
Hello world. Hello world. Hello world.
Interesting. I like what they're doing with this. It's really cool to have that that emotional selector. It's very cool, very cool. Okay, let's just sort of slide all this stuff in to some kind of thing here. Load audio. Ah, yeah, just in case you want to do that. There we go. It's actually really good at doing this bit. It's really good at. And it didn't change her. It's the same. It's my character. So, like I said, if this is what you want to do, this is actually really good. But I want to do video input, so we're going to use Latent Sync. Ooh. No, not that bit. Or just that bit. Missed. Oh wow, that actually moves this time? Oh my god. I'm so used to that being bugged out and not moving. Oh no. It's all gone wrong. Right, put that there. Get me, put that there. It's not even correct. What the hell? Oh no. I keep getting it wrong. It's scuffedepoch.com now. It's been that for a while. It's like infecting my metadata and getting like passed around and carried on. Look, we got Scuffed Epoch there. Oh, yeah, okay, that's right. That's right. Okay, all right. Just somehow it's probably because I copy around from old workflows and stuff to save time. Okay, right. This is float. Float. Image to talking head. Which is funny because some of you might remember, like, just before last summer, we did a whole 2-hour deep dive on doing that, but we had to use Adobe, After Effects, rotoscoping. We had to do a whole bunch of work to get anywhere close to this, and it was nothing like as good as that. I think we had to use Hedra at one point as well. I wonder how they're doing these days. Image to talking. It works. It's good. Definitely worth having in your toolkit. All right. Well, nice little sort of diversion, but not the main quest. So yeah, let's just kill this off. And those. No. Okay. So what do we have in the latent sync department? Okay. That's weird. Do I not have a module for latent sync? Alright, let's build one. It's easy enough. Wait a minute. Is there already anything here? No, it's all gone. Alright, cool. Do this again. No. Get this out of my face. Right. Stuffed Epoch. That's me later when I've eaten my dinner. There we go. Scuffed. Okay. I'll just call it. I mean, this would be actually part of my modules thing. So, modules. Modules. Wow, it's not in there, huh? Okay. Yeah. We haven't done it. Okay. Latent sync. Probably was built into a whole bunch of other stuff. Never did like a dedicated one for just this. So, yeah. Modules, latent sync, video, V1. Come on. Nothing here yet. Oh yeah, that's right. We were doing this the other day. I wonder what even happened with that. Did I even finish? Video prompt. Wants to make the thing. Alright, let him carry on. He's doing the other thing. We've cloned. I'm now splitting into two different forks, right? He's going to do the bit which I need to do for the loader. And I'm going to work on the bit that comes later or before or after. It's kind of dimensional, I guess. But yeah, so what we've got here is we've got the Zenkai scene video, right? At the moment, all we've got is Barman and Sandy. Sandy is a woman at the bar. And we're effectively going to do this bit here, but we're going to do it with a twist, okay? But it's essentially very simple workflow. Ta-da! Pretty much. Now, obviously, latent sync is requiring audio, right? So we're not going to be taking... I mean... Ideally, it would be good to use this audio, but mixing down different audios is like something I prefer to do externally at the moment. It'd be nice if we had like a proper multi-channel mixer node, but I'm still gated from Claude for another 15 minutes. So, you know, it's really funny. Oh man, it's like we can make anything. Only if we have the tokens. I predict a global token shortage. Blame it on silicon shortage. Oh, we just don't have the GPU hours, guys. Price is going up. Anyway. So yeah, this is effectively all we need, right? But load audio. We're going to do a load audio rather than a... do you know what I mean? We're going to do a load audio into there. So we'll choose what's going to be said. And I think that's about it, actually. I think that's about it. It might need a bit of clipping and stuff like that, but... You know, like... yes. Good point. I forgot about that old trick. So we can use to make this all run like super fast... we can do a trick which is used by the vision models all the time. We're not going to go quite that far, but yeah, so we can use wait a minute, let me just think about this for a second. Oh wait, see, what I was going to do was use low resolution video, but then I realized something. That's not going to work. Sucks. But then if I want to go full on, right, I don't really want to show anything from the original medium necessarily. Like I want to be silly about it, right? Because we're going to have full 1080p. So So, I mean, I could bring it down to 720. But I'm just wondering if it's going to blow up latent sync. I think really, instead of trying to mess around with the quality, if it's blowing up, so like say you're doing like full HD footage through this thing, right? So it looks really good, right? Or as good as it can be, I guess. Because obviously you can downscale. What I was going to do is I was going to downscale it to smaller resolution, do the thing, and then use my upscaling tools to get it back up. But then I thought, well, what if you want to keep the quality? So if you want to keep the quality, the other way to do it is obviously Meta Batch Manager, which is built into the VHS system, and it'll break it up. So say we had 1,000 frames, we could say, I know my computer, this system can handle 100 at a time, right? And so then it's going to do 100 frame batches for the job. So then it doesn't matter if you have a ridiculously huge video with high res, it'll just break it up into smaller bytes. And then obviously the smaller the batch, you get it down to the number which your system can handle. And yeah, that's what I would do. So I generally keep the Meta Batch Manager kind of over here-ish when they're in my workflows, because if you're not needing to do that, when you're testing it, you can just say, we're only going to do 2 seconds. 60 frames at 30 frames per second. Yeah? To test it. 2 seconds. So then this one is also going to be 2 seconds. This one is going to be... there's no timer on it. And then this one is going to be 30 on the way out. So no change in the aspect ratio. And that's pretty much all there is to it. So we can actually shrink this down just a touch. Obviously it's going to be like, the video is going to pop out, right? That'll do. Call it V10. We did lots of work. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So I guess it's time to actually give it a video, right? Now, the way this works is it's just randomly pulling from a bunch of pre-generated videos that I made earlier. This is how I like to do things. Lots of different stages where there's loads of curation and stuff. There could be a funky video in there, but it should be reasonable. So the only thing I'm going to need now is like some voice, right? And you know what? I think for this one we will use Le Cockero again. But my intention is just to use my own voice in a minute. So yeah, we'll go to that one. Like I said, I set all of these nodes up just to make this kind of thing easy. I would also say that pedalboard is a great little thing that we did with the Spotify studio production tools. So let's see, I could put it on test. It's going to give it a bit of a crazy reverb. I think it's a bunch of effects. There's actually a chain. I'll do that. And I'm going to say, what's up? What's up? And is there? Oh, it didn't change it. You sly dog. What's up? Enter. There we go. And I think sometimes slowing it down a tad actually does make Cocker a little bit better. But anyway, we're going to need a woman's voice, so I'm going to use Rory. And save that. All right. What could go wrong? Everything. Yeah, Dragon is correct. That one we were looking at before is very fast. And if you're just looking to do marketing, make a face on the image talk, perfect. I would recommend a human voice for dubbing, though. It will prevent you saying things like Changi, you know. When you meant to say change. Wow, it's only actually doing 60 frames. Well, it's apparently trying to do it, so... Oh. I don't have the meta batch on because it's only a small job. Should get a result quick. Aluminum? Did you just say aluminum, Dragon? What, you mean aluminum? It's like platinum. Oh. He's doing frames. 16 frames to go. Oh. Wait. Okay. Cool. Now.
What's us? What's us?
What's
us? What's
what's us? I said what's us, not what's up.
What's us? What's us?
That's kind of funny. With crazy echo effect because of the hidden... It's buried under there now. Because of the pedal board. The chain effect, we actually have like... Let's see. We have loads of them. We can put reverb large. And say larger. So much compute for such just that. I just want to see what the warm stuff, you know, the cold was slow. So I want to see 115 seconds for cold. What is it for warm? Should be quicker, right? One would think. Oh, I don't mind about word changes. I just like there to be a bit of consistency in like the rules. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered. I just find it like sort of like little idiosyncrasies and nuances. Like, oh, we just decided to spell it differently. That'd be fine, but they won't say that. And I don't mean they colloquially. I just mean like justification for choosing the spelling of words. It's arbitrary, man. Okay, let's have a look. It's whatever sticks.
Large.
Large. Okay, cool. So yeah, the point is, it'll make the person talk. And it got me to thinking, does it work on video game characters? I think it does, but I want to find out. And so to that end, for the next... however long it takes, we're going to try and get some pristine material out of a video game, which is going to be fun. I'm sure I'm allowed to do this. I won't get in trouble or anything. Everybody does it. So now I just need to log into this thing. I don't know if it's going to work, though. Is that the right one? I'm guessing it is. All right. Let's get things ready because it's coffee time. Kind of a convenient way to get it up there because I'm not like trying to take over. This isn't going to be... Yeah. I just want to basically use it to take a picture or pictures of the same avatar because they're all going to be consistent. That's the idea. So it's an in and out. Right. I've done it before. You might remember I did the Star Citizen, Stable Diffusion, and Flux models, the Lauras. So, yeah, it's kind of related to that. Oh. And I gotta wash this mug out. Kind of like a false start for coffee time. Okay. Don't remember, and just remember, guys, this is $1.5 billion. So, you know, we only use the most expensive cutting edge tools around here. $48,000 for the full unlock. Like, what are you even doing? But I'm not here to talk about that. We're just here to use it as a tool, and I do in fact plan on doing this with Unreal Engine 4 in future, and we'll show you how to make like a cheap synthetic world for the purposes of like making like an advanced photo box which you can take into your generations. But we haven't got there yet. We did a bit of an intro on it a while back, but I kind of dip into things and go around and we'll come back to it again later. Right, I'll be right back. Machines. You are currently 109 in the queue. Whack whack. $1.5 billion. Okay, come on. Off topic, but I've made scathing and praising videos on other channels about this game. It's okay. It's about who you play with, like most games. But like I said, I do think it's an interesting way to control an environment for the purpose of like, whatever project you're working on. The best example is, so now you have a consistent character and you've spent a lot of time training that. But now the background, the locations also need to be consistent at the same time, and when you're blending characters. And so what I like to do is create a hard set of guides. And if you have a computer generated environment, it's always the same. You can train an image model on the backgrounds, and then always use the background replacement. But anyway, yeah, I'm in Q95, so this isn't going well. What a great idea! You would have thought they'd just let you in, wouldn't you? You would have thought that for all the money they charge, what is it, $48,000 some people pay? And you're in queue position 95. I guess I didn't pay enough money, guys. Do you know what? I might have a picture in the data set. Let's see if I can just dig out the data set real quick. Because it'd be quicker than loading up the video game. It's more fun to load up the video game. I like it to be a bit like, haha, we're on rails, right? But if they're going to be dicks about it, there's other things I want to look at. So let's do a fallback. And it's probably like the other thing. I'll go, oh, it's broken. And then it'll immediately boot us in. So let's just see if I can't find the original dataset. Now, there's got to be one in here somewhere. It might be in a different location. So, new Flux Revival. Aha! XKX Star Citizen. Right, let's unzip that and see what that's all about. Another thing to check the captions on, I reckon. Load it into the curation tool and retrain it. Yeah, so, what's this? Path too long. Oh, that's unfortunate. You'll have to skip them. Oh, no, don't tell me the file names are too long because it's the full prompt for every file. Okay, well, we'll get the short ones, I guess. Hopefully we'll get at least one with no helmet on. But yeah, like I said, you can download this Laura on Civet. It's already available. With the full captions list and all that good stuff. Okay, so here we have the dataset. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So with helmet, with helmet, with helmet, with helmet, close up of woman undersuit. Good place to start. Helmet, 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 helmet. Ah, they've all got the helmet on. Okay, maybe a different one. Helmet with sunglasses. Helmet inside. Sunglasses. Is there nothing without the oh man, it's like with the stupid sunglasses. Damn it. And buzz cut, which is kind of boring. Oh, I remember why. They didn't even have hair then. See, $1.5 billion gets you hair. See? Astronaut suit with helmet. Nothing without. I think some of them are missing. You would have thought I would do like a close-up, no... A close-up with no... Close-up, no helmet. But that's apparently this is apparently close up. They've all got a helmet on, dude. I must have been going for a thing. all those images had file names that were so long. I no longer have them. I mean, yeah, I've already seen that one. See, this is why it would have been quicker to just go in and grab a screenshot. The beauty of it being like CGI rendered and all is it's consistent, so the background's not going to be like crazy insane. It's going to be nice and sharp and consistent and everything. But yeah, none of these are close enough, and I think that's going to make it mess up. Be interesting to see if it can even like, if it can even record. Do you know what I mean? So we're not getting anything out of that. Oh well. At least you got an idea of what I was trying to do. But yeah, Gordon Freeman. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? Can we just get like, oh, because we don't have a video, so we don't have a video. See, I could just go in, record, you can make any video from any angle, move the camera around, do however you want, right? Customize it to the total degree. And then it's always consistent as well, which is nice. And to be honest, the game has like a mic sensitivity thing. So if you're like talking in the game, the mouth will move. I haven't got it set up, but it's even got like facial. Do you know what I mean? This is another reason why I thought it would be a good thing to target. Because if you have a webcam with this game, they use something called FOIP, FOIP, which maps your face, and so when you're in the game, it shows what you know what I mean. It's mapping your face to the game basically. So as you talk, the face animates. Now, for the longest time, it was client side only. So I was like, what's the point? So the only person that can see the animations is you. But the idea with FOIP is it's over IP, so that everybody could see the updates of, you know, so when the characters talk in game, they actually pull the same faces that the player is playing. And so it's an interesting system, underutilized as hell. But yeah, going back to the Gordon Freeman, like I said, if you've got like, because there are tools that allow you to pose, you know, 3D editing, right? We need to start thinking more about bringing 3D into our workflows, because like I said, it's all coming. And I think that the next thing is going to be incorporating those 3D assets into the workflows, makes it all more accurate. Fernicar, you know what Lightning Lane does to the regular standby lane service? No. Oh, you're talking about connections. Right. A UE plugin that does live mocap? Yeah, 100%. I tested a bunch of them out early on. But you need multiple cameras and there's lots of stuff that goes into the setup. Maybe they made it easier now. I was surprised that the sort of, what's it called? What are they called? I can't believe I've forgotten what they're called. 2D puppet people. I guess I'm a 2D puppet person, in a way. But it's, I don't know. You know, like, what are they called? VTubers. VTubers. Like, wait a minute, isn't that basically, I don't know. Here I am, existential stuck crisis of the labeling. No, I mean like multiple layers. It looks like a cartoon and it's got motion tracking, right? Or it's a puppet. You know, VTuber. It is VTuber. You know, I'm a bit weird because I'm actually like a loop tuber. I don't even know. I've just got this thing. It's me, but it's not like a puppet. If it was a puppet, it would look completely different, I think. But it's not about me. We're in queue position 28. I still think we can do this. But yeah, the idea is to get a nice cut of character without a helmet on in a well-lit area, record it, and then get that clip in here with me saying something silly. That's the goal. That's the goal. And the beauty is that it'll always look like that, because we're only using the latent sync to do the lip syncing. That's it. Do you know what I mean? And the gag is you could do it with any video game. So I don't know, like I don't run a video game channel anymore. I occasionally upload to my old channel, right? But it's basically a necro channel at this point. But like, if I was doing that kind of thing, it's a neat gimmick. You know? People like neat gimmicks. And it's something you can just do again and again and again. You know? It's just, oh, make the characters say things in the game. That's like the basis for a whole channel right there. But yeah, so I just thought it would be an interesting application of the tech. We're at Q8 now. I think we're actually going to get in. Or it's going to crash. And then we'll do something else, because I'm not giving them any more time in this. You know, my angle when I come into the video games these days is usually to see if we can train something useful into a LoRa and then see what effect that can have. It's not always about training the actual LoRa either. like the actual thing. Sometimes there'll be a emergent ability as a result of training that data that you couldn't have foreseen. The only example I have is my Not the True World data, my Not the True World LoRa NTTW, which is got like 30 different styles of all types of architecture, and because it's so good at doing straight lines and corners, it'll make anything sharper. It's like a byproduct of the learning in its neural net, right? The patch draws more attention to that knowledge in the base. So it draws, that's what it actually does. But it's relevant what it, you know. And we tried a whole bunch of different experiments involving fractals and microscopy, a bunch of other things, to try and see if we get similar effects. And so sometimes, you know, training video games is an interesting one on its own. Not just because you want to train the video game, but to see what you can get out of it. Because, for example, say I want to train, like, I want to make a 3D model that makes spaceships. Wouldn't it make sense to go and get in-game footage from video games with impressive aesthetic designs that you like, and then train all of that together to make your final 3D model? Wouldn't that make sense? I think it would make sense. Oh, I think we're in. Can I move this across? Not yet. I have to wait. Can I, like, tab it out and move it across? No, you gotta wait. Okay. So, yeah. Looks like we're on, guys. It's either going to crash, $1.5 billion, or we're going to get in and get the footage I need. So, yeah. AAA gaming at its finest. Do you know what? Just to sort of, yeah, maybe we shouldn't, like, you know, reserve our memory for, yeah. Trying to load up a video game with all the memory locked up in Comfy UI. Ah, here we are, we're in. Okay, right, so can I, like... Right, I'm dragging it across, I think. No, I'm not. Oh. I'm sure you can. I've done it before. Right. Right, okay. What a nightmare this is. You can't change the screen it's on for 1.5. They're a stretch goal, $2 billion funding. They're going to add the ability to just change which screen it's on. But, you know, we can only hope. So if I go full screen and then go windowed, and then start menu. Oh my god. How do you even... $1.5 million. Minimize. No. Move. Hey, I found it. I had to use the right-click move button from Windows 98. Alright, cool. So we're in. And just to give you an idea, I am right now. It's basically a Thora impersonator. Right. Oh, in fact, hang on a minute. We can do it right here. We don't need to go anywhere. Give me a sec. So, camera control maxing. Oh, how... No, it won't let me get any... Okay, I can't get any closer than that, so... We'll use zoom. Oh my godness. Up a bit. Back a bit. Lighting is crap. Okay, she can... Okay. Oh. So. Whoa. Okay. She's got like a chin in or something. I don't know why. Alright, so look directly at the camera. No, look at the camera. She won't look at the camera. Okay, now we just need to hit that local record button. And try to get some footage. Don't look away. Oh. Oh. That's it. Hold it together. I need to get a loop. And then I'm good. Joke is, you don't even need much, I guess. The weird thing is, she's not talking. It would be better if I could get it... I don't know how to make the mouth talk. Let's see if I can make it happen. You probably have to, like... Yeah, there we go. That's a good clip. So, if I go into the options, like I said, we got the VoIP tracking, right? So, technically, this will use a webcam to map to your face. Head tracking. There we go. Faceware. VoIP must be enabled. They call it faceware. Oh my god, look at all this ridiculous stuff. Right. Faceware tracking. Enable it. I don't think I've even got... Wait. Calibrate? It's not looking at my face or anything. There's not even a webcam. Okay, cool. Is tracking false, it says. Right, mute microphone, no. VoIP volume. Wait a minute. Okay, so there's something called Toby. I don't know what Toby is. Anyway, some kind of voice tracking thing, I guess. And then, where is the microphone? You probably want to turn it on to, like, voice activated. No. Game settings, maybe? What the hell, dude? There's too many options in this game. It's like not intuitive at all. Bro. It's like if you know where it is, I bet it's super easy to find, but... Because when you go to key bindings, there's this as well. Oh, it's just endless. Endless. Okay, so... VoIP push to talk is numpad plus. Okay. Head tracking. Audio channels. I mean, I guess that's it. It's just that. Okay. Well, the plus sign is on. I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. Nope, nothing. Okay, don't know how to do it. I know there's a way. I bet you have to actually get the webcam. Hold up. I'm going to do it for science. See if I can get something, because it's useful as just that. It must be enabled. Go back to the calibrate section. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be using my webcam. It's not using a webcam. It's using Streamlabs OBS, which is what, wait, I don't know what? I'm not even using that. Okay, so yeah, that's scuffed. Can we like reload it maybe? It's nice how the thing you have to click all the time is at the bottom somewhere. Yeah, it's not letting me change the camera, so that's no good. Busted. Yeah, shame. Oh well. Probably when you start the game you have to have the webcam plugged in already, and yeah. That's alright. Something else to come back to, but yeah, like I said, cheap and easy face tracking would be nice, because I know it does the mouth movements and the eye movements at the very least, possibly some head movement, but obviously if you go to like beyond there, it breaks it, because obviously as soon as you lose an eye, it's like what? But yeah, the idea behind this is like, if I wanted to do like a podcast or something, I can take the same environment, it's the same environment with the same character, because it's like, and I can just put her however I want, whatever I want, to get whatever angle I need. And obviously the thing is, because it's a video game, obviously there are locations you can go to which are cinematic, and they'll always be the same, right? So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, because you have to wear a helmet in space. But we are in space. So, like, for example, if I wanted to get this character in a different location, it's just a case of running there and ta-da! Now I'm in a different place with better lighting. And do you know what? I'm actually going to re-record it right here. I need to get rid of myself off the screen as well this time. Whoop. There we go. I'm not going to use the audio, but I'm thinking, you know, it's like a fully consistent character already. I can do a pass on it with diffusion if I really want to make it my own, but if I just want to do the dubbing, if that's all I want to do, I'd like to know how that comes out. So that's what we're doing. I'll just get a short clip and see what it looks like. And then we'll let some other flyboy take my place on the server, because we had to wait. It was 128 people in the queue. I didn't know it was so popular. All right. I put down $30 in 2012 for a Kickstarter, thinking that there would be a game soon. And it is fun, okay? Not to hate on it. I'm just making jokes, right? Okay. Because, like I said, I covered the game extensively, etc. in the past, so yeah. Right, so let's just see if we can get that video across. So I've got it on my other machine, if you just bear with me. I just got to send it over. So obviously I'm going to do the... Nah, wait, well, how is it 33 megabytes? Is that it? That can't be it. Apparently that's it. Okay, right, get the Discord open and shuttle it over, please. 33 meg, is that it? Okay. I guess I'll bring them both across. Because like I said, if you want full control, obviously you want to make an Unreal project or a Blender project, because then you get full control over all of the fancy stuff. And we'll be doing more on that soon as well. It's all part of the fun and games. Okay, so let me get to a good spot here. Phone to 3D. That's interesting. Nice little post in the Discord there. Okay, so we're going to plonk this one down. Wow, do you know what? That's really funny. I didn't even notice that I was standing there for the first lot, because obviously we're doing a demo, right? Ah, you ruined it. What were you doing standing in the shop? It's all good. So yeah, we sent that video over. So let's just grab it out of here and chuck it through Handbrake. So we'll grab them both. And then we're going to need a Handbrake, please. Handbrake is awesome. Open source. Great way to convert your MKVs into a reliable MP4 file. I find that often things get corrupted. Yeah, let's just do them both. I don't care, it's fine. Should have done the whole queue, shouldn't I? Oh. Yeah, whoops. That wasn't the best way to use that. I should have put them in and add them both to queue and then done it all. So yeah, I kind of screwed myself. Add all. Yes. Just do it again, mate. Uh-oh. Yeah, we screwed it. We screwed the pooch. I'm just creating the same file over and over again. Hang on a sec. We've got ourselves into a weird loop here. 50-50, guys. Which one is he going to pick? Or should we pick this one? Ah! There we go. That's the one I want. Actually looks pretty good. Actually looks pretty good. Like I said, the lighting in that one room, the lights are actually off, so it's dark and horrible. Even on a 4090, I'm not running full graphics on this game, I tell you that now. I probably need, like, I don't know, liquid-cooled i9 RAM somehow. I don't know. One day. One day. Alright, so we've done it, but where's the video at? I don't even remember where Handbrake puts stuff. I think it puts it in a special folder. Called Downloads. Which Windows thinks is music. It's not that one. That's a different one. Where'd it put it? Where'd he put it? God damn it. My awesome handbrake is making me look silly. Where did you save the files? Oh my god. Right, if I put this in here, yeah? Cool, right? Cool. Where's it going? Ridiculous. Save as, genuine, it goes to videos. I'm such an idiot. Right, I should know that, being it like the 1000th time. There we go. Like pulling teeth, but we did get the video in the end. So, back to the workflow. How are we loading the video? We're loading it from a folder of videos. Okay. So, in that case, I will call this one Space Thora, and then put it in a folder called Space Thora, and then take the folder, put that into the custom nodes. Where is it? It's like a constant side quest. Everything. Why are we in here? Fun and games with Windows. Okay. Scenes. There we go. Scene video, right? So this is just a video randomizer. There's no prompt. It's just a video randomizer. It's meant to just give you a randomized scene, but it should work. Oh yeah, my other half was working on this. Apparently that works as well now, which is the same thing but with a prompt. So we'll have to test that as well if I have time. So how are we doing? We got Space Thora. Okay. Give it a refresh. And then I need to say, let's see, Audacity. And then we'll do an appropriate voice. So, let's see, I got a microphone over here. It's not plugged in. That's fun. Hang on. Hold up. It's like Back to the Future. You got to attach these two giant cables. Hang on. There. Are we back in business, or are we still busted? Nope, we're good. We're good. Okay. So I'm going to say something appropriate to Thora in space. Okay, it'll be welcome to space, and I hate space. That'll do. That'll do. Test audio. 8 space. Ha 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 ha. Where did it save it? Downloads. Okay, that's good. I can work with downloads. So 1 2 1 2. Can I say 0? Oh, failed to fetch. Come on. What? Oh. We killed Comfy. It's fine. I just have short-term memory loss. Okay. So let's just boot that back up again. And then we can do stuff. Now, I won't be surprised if it looks bad, but I'll be happy if it's good. So, that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to put that in there. And disable, well, don't disable that. Put a compressor on it. And then what I would do for finesse is get the original audio and put that as a background to the final piece. Because, you know, you're going to get that little bit of sci-fi ambience, hum, and occasional, you know, it'll spice it up. But we'll do the full thing because it's only one clip of Thora saying in her trademark deep voice, I hate space. It's not really her trademark voice, guys, don't worry. I'm just being funny. Okay. Or I'm just having fun. However you want to label it. Applied intelligence is allowed to be fun. Alright. Here we go. He says... Do I have to trick it again? It'll never load. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Alright. You could say that's something, but I'd say it's coincidence. Well-timed coincidence. So anyway, we've got our thing. That's awesome. So let's just give it 8 space. I don't know how long that actually is. It's about 5 seconds. So how about we say 4 for now. I should probably just give it a preview and see what we got here. Space. And I hate space. Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. It's plenty. Okay. And then we need to change that to Space Thora, which will give us our thing. So let's just make sure we're actually getting that one. So again, in case, it's always a good excuse to, you know, show you nice ways to not break your neck every time you try to do something simple in Comfy UI. One of the nice things is pulling out or probing. So when you have a video with a frame sequence, that could be a lot of frames. And so there's a couple things that we can do which are quite convenient. The other one is image count. And I use KeyJai's size and count node because I think it actually will display it in the node. And like I said, if we just chain these, whoops, like so, you don't have to have this all the time either. It's purely just to test your setup. These 3 together are quite nice because if I take this off for a second, because we've got a file with an unknown number of frames, right? We don't know how big it is. We don't know anything. Why not just use VHS info? Because this is one of my custom nodes. I don't even know if that actually exists. And this will work with any frame output that's batch based. So like, you are not wrong. You are not wrong. If you pull off here and do VHS video info, it is going to tell us a lot of this stuff. Okay? It's not going to pull one frame off. So maybe it'll give you this info, right? But the reason is not everything has video info. Some things are just images coming out of something, right? So I think this way is just a bit more universal. But here, we'll show them both. Oh, and I can't queue this up like this one. I can, maybe if I can I put an image at the end of it somewhere? See, I have to plug it into something else. With this, like I said, with just the 3 nodes, I'm going to come back and it's going to show me the first frame of whatever this video is. And then it's also going to tell me how many frames and the width and the height. which is nice and it's just convenient, and you can plug that into anything. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't need it to be a video info object. So you're not wrong. You can get that info from there by plugging it into other things like show text or whatever. Do you know what? As I'm saying it, it's not doing it. Oh, wait, there we go. It just took forever because it's quite a big one, I think. All right, so what we've got, 879 frames, 1918, 946 height. But here's the thing. We only actually need 4 seconds. So 4 seconds at 30 is 120. So I'm just going to crop him off anyway. And then looking at that, looks good to me. 1918. Look at that. Isn't that a weird size? 1918 by 946. Thanks, Star Citizen. I'm sure that fits on my graphics card really well. It's like a really weird resolution because of the stupid Windows stuff where you can't actually pick what it's doing, you know? Anyway, maybe when they hit $2 billion, they can figure it out. So let's give it a blast and see what happens. Okay. Like I said, it took 10 minutes in the end, but he had to wait half an hour to log in. But the nice thing is, if there's a cool, like, planet aesthetic, you can totally go and capture that. If there's a cool Blizzard video effect you want to record, you can totally capture all of that. So I think that you shouldn't say, we shouldn't exclude video games from the scraping, is what I'm trying to say. Because at the moment, we're trying to scrape for a lot of video type data sets, you know what I mean? Like, and when I say scrape, I mean it in the nicest possible way. I'm a public source guy. I like, you know, respect the license and all that, because there's enough art out there. You don't need to pilfer, right? But what I'm saying is, usually, when you look at video games, they allow you to record video game footage because it's part of their social media community marketing thing. Some of them don't like it, so it's not universal, right? But there are certain things which, you know, we can record and then we can prompt like it's real. Do you see what I mean? And the model will make it real. And now it's not the video game, but we've got the thing from the video game. You know what I mean? Like the action sequence or the motion effect for the video, right? Because the video games are actually like as good as Hollywood special effects. So like there it is. And like a lot of video games have really cool replay tools which can like follow a thing around, so you can get like insane camera angles on an item that's always the same in a reproducible environment, right? The best example is like stunts video on GTA 5. There's loads of channels with like, do insane car driving stunts, and some of them are really well cinematically done. And the funny thing is, if you trained AI on that, it would just make it look real with like video footage. That's what it'll do. I might even have a go myself. But like I said, everything takes time. And there are too many more important things for me right now. But, you know, I'm trying to see what this looks like. If it looks like crap, fair enough. Because it may be that... Oh, is this it? Oh, shit. Oh, well, I mean, okay, it's a bit blurry. Hold up. Welcome to space, and I hate space. Welcome to space, and I hate space. No expression, like a dead expression, but... Welcome to space, and I hate space. Okay, well, that actually does work, but it needs to do some work on the audio. But yeah, like I said, maybe if I was just to add in, let's see, because this takes seconds, right? We've got 2 clips. We just need to basically combine the audio from the 2, and hopefully it won't sound quite so rough, because right now it's like, it's just me talking into a mic. It's rough. Quick. Adobe. Quick, open Adobe. Quick. clip. Right, so we're going to just quickly just dump these, which you've seen previously on another episode. And we're going to get the clip that we want. So Space Dora, she can go in there. And then the output from that run. Do you know what? What I would give for like a shortcut system that just open... Oh, I'm going to end up building it, aren't I? Like a shortcut rack that I could say, open this folder, and I could preset it. Have I got Claude back yet? Right, give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. It's like a habit at this point. It's like an addiction. Okay. Creation of a hotkey-based UI, which allows for the pre-configuration of folder paths and or URLs. Nah, we've got shortcuts up to the wazoo. It's fine. Pre-configuration of folder paths to open as new file explorer windows. Plant heat creation. There we go. Allows for use with user pre-configured folder paths. Defined in .json to open when the corresponding hotkey is pressed or the UI button is clicked. There should be a 6 wide by 2 high, yeah, button grid. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Numbered ID 1 to ID 12. That should do it. I think that's probably enough magic for that job. Right. So, we have our thingy. Now, where's the other thingy? Need to get into the folder where they're at. Here we go. Where is he? WAN video? No. Refresh it. Ah, it's still lying to me. Right, so... Oh, I know what's happened. I didn't use my file project, did I? I didn't use my file project, so that means it's this one. Alright, cool. I'm not used to it just being there, you know. So, what do we get when we mute? No, not mute. What do we do when we just drop that down? Just chop it in. What the heck's going on in the background? It's like loud. Hold up, I need to turn this up. Solo the background layer. What's going on? I'm not going to use the audio. Ah, it's me talking like a numpty. Give me a sec. Ooh, look at this man, can't shut up. So we've got no aesthetic because I can't shut up. That's classic. Classic Johnson. Oh wait. I'll just get a oh wait, no. So that's what we're doing. Oh, it's just the music. Okay, so I screwed that up. All you can hear in the background is the music and me talking. So yeah, okay. So maybe don't talk when you record the video game background, and yeah. But I tell you what, we do have as a replacement. That's hilarious. Okay, what an idiot. So what we do have is we have the recently minted background audio. Now, where the heck is that gone? It's always a mission to try and find things. No. Maybe. Bar.wav, found it. Right, let's put her in the bar. Let's go for like a little random clip here. Okay, and I'm going to have to take my headphones off so I can mix this properly. It's funny, you have to take the headphones off to mix it. Right. Okay, so what are we doing? Yeah, that's like ridiculous. So yeah, we're obviously going to turn that down a lot. Right. So bad. Yeah, okay, that's good. There we go. Now, save it. In, out, shake it all about. Space Thora. Dub. 0. Alright. Dub 0. I'm just sneezing hard there. Whoa. All right. What is up? Gotta go to my renders folder. Space Thora dub. And we'll throw her up in the videos section. There we go. So the finished cut's there. Hopefully it's not completely useless. Welcome to space, and I hate space. Could be more. Could be more, you know. But I think that the reason it worked so well when I did it before was because we were using video of people talking. So I wonder if a pre-step would be to go image to video with the first frame from one of these. So then you could get it talking with like a WAN image to, not WAN. Yeah, WAN, but image to video, not text to video. So you get like a bunch of talking heads that are based in this style. I wonder if it would stay in that style though. These are all things I'm going to have to try out. Where's the original gone? Where is it? Where's the original gone? Probably in the downloads folder. Like the dumping ground for everything goes here, yeah. Strange. Yeah, I put it into a special folder. Ha ha ha. Okay, right, so... Alright. It's like mission 1, find out where the hell you left the loot. Mission 2, go and get it. Recover it. So, again, this is why I need like a hotkey system that will just take me straight back to the Comfy UI custom nodes folder, you know, or whatever. The amount of times I need to navigate to here is insane. I just... Right, yeah. Scene, video, Space Thora. So that's the original. Let's just do a cheap, dirty frame theft. So, tools, video, take snapshot. And now it's in VLC pictures. And it'll be down here somewhere with all the rest of the jazz. Don't worry, it's all censored or fine. Let me just see if I can find that one image. There it is. Lovely jubbly. Oh, and there's the other image I was looking for. I need both of those. But one thing at a time. So if I take this one. We need WAN. We need big WAN. Let's get WAN image to video. It's in here somewhere. WAN. WAN native i2v50. I mean, maybe. I mean, this looks pretty promising. We don't have a prompt, though. Yeah, we don't have a prompt. Well, let's bypass all this, or most of it. Just put a load image here. There. Take that one. Okay, so we got that image, and then I'll go back to manual mode for the prompt. So it'll be okay, a woman with red hair in a space suit. I can't spell suit. Is looking directly at the camera while talking to the viewer. She stands in front of green and grey space station interior wall with a waterfall. A waterfall and plants growing in the corner. I mean, look, this is crazy. I mean, right. Not the greatest prompt in the universe, but let's just start somewhere, right? We are minimizing that down to SD. Little trick. I think that's going to be good. It should do clip vision, so it's going to include a bunch of stuff I didn't say. So I've just tried to mention, I mean, waterfall. I mean, you can't really see the waterfall. I think it's actually a hologram. Folder's gone again. It's going to drive me mad. How's that Claude job doing? Let's start the video as well before I change the subject again. All right, there. Go. Oh, it broke comfy. Alright, cool. Next. We can create blah, 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 blah. So, cool. We've got a thing. Control-Alt-1 makes that. Cool. See, I've got like a 6x2 button grid with special keys. So it'd be interesting to make a script for it instead. Ooh. And then have a UI that does the same thing. So I already have, I don't have it here, but it's very useful. Programmable 6x2 keyboard. It's like actually useful as hell. Would you like me to create a working prototype? Platform and technology state. Okay, so we'll do, oh, you can't really do it with an HTML file, guys. You can't do everything in HTML. Okay. We can create the UI in HTML. HTML with CDN. CDN, CSS. But, well, not but. Yeah. As a single file. See, my plan is actually to take this and import it into VS Code and then write an Electron front end. I think that'll work a lot better. It might even be that React is better. As a single file. I'm going to say leveraging for fun. So leveraging React for the functionality itself. And they're going to be like, what? What do you mean use React for the opening of folders, you crazy? But I think by just invoking the React, he's probably just going to figure it out. Yeah, see, some of them can't do it, but it'll work for an Electron app. There we go. He knows what I'm trying to do. I love how he knows what I'm trying to do. It's so much fun. Because he's just like, I've got an idea. And he's like, oh, that sounds great. How would you like me to style it? And I'm like, how about this? And then he goes ahead and does it in record time. Because let's be honest, CSS wasn't invented yesterday. Okay? I've been developing websites in CSS for like, oh God, it feels like 20 years. Probably is 20 years. It's probably more than 20 years. Scary. But the point I'm trying to make isn't that. It's that it's well established. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to be like, oh, did you use the correct version? Like when you're developing for other stacks. You have to get all the versions right, you know? Oh, don't tell me you've already tried to make something. Oh boy. Hang on. I don't think that works. Let me just find out, because it could be... Oh no. I mean... There you go, guys. Show's over. It just peaked. It did exactly what I said it was. Go and sub to Claude Sonnet 4. Get yourself VS Code. Start doing some coding. It's not going to be a waste of your time. Look at that. Had an idea. Wasn't even directly doing it. It was just on the side. Here we go. This will probably be on GitHub and a mini site soon. So yeah, one more little tip as well, actually. This is a nice little tip, actually. So look, we've got our working front end. It probably works. Can we change the config? So we can export and import config. No path configured. Choose a folder slot 1. Let's just do, I don't know, E:\\. Just open my E drive. Saved? Seriously? Okay, saved. What is it? Control-Alt-1. Control-Alt-1. It's trying to open the thingy. Ah, look at that. This would open it if it was a desktop app. Yeah, I love it, dude. And so the beauty of this is that now I can take this HTML file into a development of the Electron app. This is now done. It's done. It works, but it has placeholder code for the functions because you can't get around the browser security unless it's a portable exe, which is the next step. And this is the tip I wanted to show you, right? So check this out. So he's given me this, right? So now what I'm going to say, oh look, he's even giving me the JavaScript. So now what I'm going to say is I'm going to say, we can write this plan up, including snippets for guidance with the fully working code as we hand this project off to the next developer. Who is working on the Electron build. Yeah. Okay, so we've done our job making this beautiful state-of-the-art front end with user configurable everything, right? So now it's time to hand it off to Brian, my other clone who does the Electron stuff. Hello Zeus194, so glad you could join us. We're here every day at 8 PM GMT just doing this, and yeah, it blows my mind every time I see the advancements of what it's going to do. And like I said, you know, when you're working in a team environment and everybody's really good at what they do, and we're all using these tools together, the turnaround time is like hours. What used to take weeks, hours. We're finished. What's next? Development outlays that used to be in months are now in days, but nobody actually feels like they're doing more work. Now, you could say, well, what about, you know, poop code, for lack of a better word, right? The reality is that they're now so advanced, there isn't any. You'll get worse code out of most people. My code isn't as clean. This thing is really good at making organized semantic code with nice notes and comments. It's actually a bit of an educational experience, to be honest. Like, look, I'm not like a professional developer by trade. I'm an engineer. So I actually get it running so the code will run, right? I've always been not in that team. I've always been in ConOps or those sorts of roles, right? When it came to this. going back a long time now. But the point I'm trying to make is if you have developers on the team, they will look at the code and go, huh, I didn't expect him to do it like that. So it's not like bad. Do you know what I mean? It's actually quite good. And like I said, I initially used it mostly for just writing my documentation. But now, check this out. We can take this file and the HTML file into VS Code. And then I can say, read the plan, use the HTML for the UI, go. And it will do it. Do you know what? We may as well just do that now. Here. It's not even going to take a minute. So let's go new. Oh, yeah, we wanted to talk to Float, didn't we? Oh, man, we never even got to talk to Float. To have a conversation, you would create a workflow that loads an image, loads audio, connects to Float, outputs the animation. I don't think he quite understood because it's a text-to-speech animation. I don't think he quite understood what I meant. I wanted to talk to the nodes like you talk to a PDF file. It's like a feature of anyway, agentic analysis. He thought I actually want to talk to the workflow like he made it happen. He's like, well, just set it up like this, and then you can talk to the. No. He didn't quite get the brief. That's okay. So we'll create a new folder. I'm going to call it Hotkeys UI. Hotkey UI. All right. And obviously I'm going to need two things. I'm going to need the HTML file, what we made earlier. So download that as HTML. Take a copy of that. Put that in there. Rename it to just that. Okay. And then I will go ahead and grab our expertly written plan. I'm not going to grab this JavaScript or any of this because we told him to write it up again. It's a project handoff. So it should include everything, not just that one snippet, everything. So we're going to take this, I'm going to download it as the markdown, put it into project handoff, go into the client again, and I'm going to say we can begin planning the creation of a new Electron-based project which aims to provide the functions of which aims to provide the functions contained inside planned in the handoff document. Here we go, at project handoff document, yeah, while using the approved and pre-designed, I can spell design, at hotkey folder manager.html as the template for to be closely followed for the user interface with this project. Okay, now that's all a load of Splatoon. Now what else have I got to say here? We can think hard, but I'm not going to say that because I think he does it by automatic, and if you say that, he'll actually go like several recursion layers deeper than he needs to, so I'm just going to leave it like that. We can begin the planning of a new Electron-based project which aims to provide the functions planned in the handoff document while using the approved and pre-designed HTML as a template to be closely followed for the user interface in this project, used by this project. Just trying to think if there's anything else I want to include there. But I think that's it. It's Electron React. It should, yeah, Node.js React. Okay, let's go. Blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah. He nailed it. I can see a bunch of IPC handlers. That's what I want to see. So he's going to do... Look at this. Wow. Okay. He loves it. He loves the plan. He loves the plan. Look at that. It's beautiful. And like I said, once we get to the end of this, we'll have a portable EXE we can distribute, which is the tool, you know. All you have to do is just test that all the functions work, and if they don't, just remember to back up between versions and incrementally work on one thing at a time until everything works. It doesn't take long. It's a very simple, traditional process for any developer. You all know what it is. You're just puppeteering an AI to do it for you. The nice thing about it is occasionally you can use deep research to find new algorithms that you weren't previously aware of. See, I'll be honest, right? A lot of the time I find cool little repos that people have made and forgotten about, because GitHub's a big place, okay? But it does take me time to look at them all, download them, evaluate them, and then maybe out of 6 that I download, 1 or 2 was worth something, you know. And I'm not no discredit to the author. I just mean, like, oh, it turns out the stack is outdated. This is deprecated now. Sometimes there's ins and outs with old stuff, right? But what I'm trying to say is, it's like, you get these old techniques and you can give them a new lease of life with this. And the deep research can search 10 in the time it takes me to do 1. That's just reality. You know, it'll search all of them at once. I can't do that. I'm good, but I'm not that good. I joke about having clones, but it's just parallel batching, you know. I have multiple machines and I run parallel batching. So, you know, the last thing I do before I go to bed is I set up a big job running something. Yeah, and there's actually a lot you can do if you want to tinker. Okay. So as I can say like this, I'm going to let this cook now. I'm not going to sit here and watch it. I've made my point. He's going to go ahead and make it. Like I said, he'll stumble on a few things here and there, like he can't do multi-commands, idiot. He always stumbles on that. Probably works on Linux, but in Windows, he'll try and do and don't. Oh, what? And doesn't work, but he made it work today. He made it work today somehow. So anyway, what'll happen is we'll build it, test it, and if it works, you build it for EXE and you're done. But this is a dream, absolute dream to work with. You only need... what I say is, if you want to start working in a particular type of code, like Python, JavaScript, do like a week 1 course. Do a week 1 course. Some people will say you don't need to, but if you do, you'll understand the terminology so that when the AI is asking you questions, you actually know what you're trying to do. He'll do it better, but he'll know what you're... You know what I mean? So I think that learning terminology, even at the fundamental level, for what you're trying to do, is actually more important than learning Python fully. You see what I mean? You need to kind of have an understanding of the terms. Let's see what people are saying here. So Zeus, damn, I didn't know what language model we're this far. Oh, I've run out of money. Hang on, let me just top that up. Oh, well, actually, we're going to stop now. I'm going to read some comments, so let's just set this guy up. We use openrouter.ai. They are the best. So... let's have another 20, please. Topping up every couple of days at this rate. Well, whenever we're active, it's like just for research, you're topping up every day or 2. But everything is worth it. It's all worth it. It's all worth it. What price can you put on education? It's pretty high if you look around, you know. The going rates are pretty high. So you're doing well. These prices are cheap. And everyone goes on about how AI is as bad as it's ever going to be, and they're right. And I'll keep saying this. It's also as cheap as it's ever going to be. So take advantage. Seriously, you can't, you can't sleep on this stuff. You can have an idea. I could have a phone call with you. We could have an idea. You could speak to me, say, oh, this. And I go, oh, yeah, that. Tomorrow, the website's up. The business is up and running. The source code works. You've got a prototype. It's crazy. It's never been like this. It's never been like this. So the opportunity is real. And you got to seize the day. And again, not at 10:15 at night though. But yeah. Retry. I hate it when it does that because sometimes it'll truncate halfway through and then it messes up the gen. So don't, But then again, you shouldn't let your fuel tank run empty, should you? Bad for the carburetor or something. We don't have carburetors no more, Johnson. What are you on about? What else have we got? So, yeah, I'm using AI mostly to tinker with image, but damn. Let's see. Dragon says, my friend, the Python dude, said, your Python's coming on, Dragon. It's not a car crash anymore. He was reading Claude code, not Grok code. Yeah, different AI. Wow, you've really improved. Oh, that's brilliant. See, that's actually the gamer move. Like, be using AI at school covertly, but be using old models and gradually using a better model as you get to the end of your college course. So the teachers are like, oh yeah, look at the improvement. Smart. But I would just learn it. See, the funny thing is, like, there's nothing, like, if you learn, you're better with the AI. But now I'm seeing that you learn faster with the AI too. So there is actually an opportunity for, like, bookworms to become, like, hyper-educated in a short space of time. But you've got to learn critical thinking, because that AI doesn't half like to gaslight you sometimes. He'll say, what? Like, it's wrong, and you'll go, no, you're wrong, and he'll be like, no, I'm not, and argue with you, and then you'll say, no, I just looked it up, it's totally wrong, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, you caught me. So you got to watch out for those AIs. They can be very self-confident. Zeus says, I'm not a computer guy. The last line of code I ever made was basic on a calculator when I was a teenager, and some graphic function for industrial. Yeah, Claude AI is the best. He is the GOAT. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You pretty much just ask for what you want. All you need to do is use a little bit of the terminology. You can even do things like this. Oh, okay. Connection refused, he said. He said you can do... Watch this. So, before we plan my project, ask me questions about it. And use those answers to prepare my plan. So, so you don't even need to explain what you want to do in a prompt. You can say to him, just ask me questions. Right? So what do I want to do, chat? I want to make... I'm going to make an SVG vortex. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Calm down. Too many questions. All these questions. Oh, this thing's too hard to use. Throw it in the bin. Ah, there's too many questions. All right. So let's try it, shall we? So I'll go... I'll just copy it in, make it nice and easy, paste it in. I'm going to say a colourful SVG swirling matrix that swirls randomized shapes and icons around a swirling, I love it, swirling path as they shrink, as they are scaled to simulate distance as they disappear into a central vanishing point. Okay, do you have any deadlines today? What are the resources? Are there any limitations or challenges you're aware of? What is your experience with this level of project? Overqualified. How will you know when the project is successful? A single React-based website, a single file React-based website will pass human in loop testing. That's right. HIL doctrine. Let's go. What else is there? Is that it? That's it. Let's go. Let's have a look. Oh, look at this. Look at this Brainiac. He's not happy with my simple mess. He's like, oh, well, how do you want the steak to be how exactly do you want your steak, sir? How many seconds should we flip it for? All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cheat here, okay? But you should probably oh, wait, hang on a minute. I'm going to cheat but actually cheat though, not like screw it over. Here we go. We're just going to cheat. All continuous. I can spell. Any preference for animation timing? No. No preference for animation timing. Do you want a spiral path? User choice of or should the swirling be continuous or infinite or triggered? Infinite. The swirling be infinite. Okay, technical. Any thingy? Okay, let's just... Okay, come on, man. Too many... All these questions. I'm trying to do it quickly. See, if I wanted to, I'd just chill out, take my time. Right? Say no preference. Should it be responsive? It should be responsive. It should be responsive. Because that's just another backflip to make it do. Want any performance optimizations? Wrong way to ask. Interaction, purely visual. Playback. What constitutes human in the loop testing? Don't ask silly questions. It means that I said it works. But I get to do that at every stage, you see. At every stage, I get to go, yeah, that works or it didn't work, right? He doesn't just go, oh yeah, I tested it and it's fine, when he didn't even test it. That can happen. So this is a really important point. It's like read the draft. Don't publish a draft you didn't read. It's obvious. But so many people make that simple mistake because they trust the automation so much. You always need to proofread anything. Unless you're putting it out as a demo of an unedited output. That's fine. But just, you know. Any color palette preferences, or should I go wild? Okay, preset. So Give 4 preset palette preferences. And go wild. There we go. And take away the other thing. I just want a vortex. I just want a vortex. Please give vortex. Okay. Here's my technical approach, he said. Here it comes. This is the interactive artifact. It's kind of funny though, because like I just finished this and I thought we'd peaked. But then we pulled this one out of a hat just to sort of show the new viewers that just recently joined. You know, you don't necessarily need technical knowledge. You just need to have an idea and the ability to describe it in English, which is a hell of a lot easier proposition. And I've seen this do some amazing stuff. Like, obviously it helps if you have like fundamentals, you know, you understand what a web page is. Oh god, I dread to think what it's made. Let me see how bad it is. Apparently it's ready, and it's a TSX file, so we can turn that into it. With this it'll do it, but it's broken, right? It's not actually playing back. But because it's procedural, every time I change the speed, so it shows that it is actually working. Yeah, I think I just died. I don't know what it is. I think the internet's having some issues. Go with ocean's depths. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm manipulating it to see what it would have done if it wasn't broken, by the way. It's just totally broken right now. Sunset fire. Okay. Rainbow chaos. Okay, so it's making orbits. Put it back on the spiral. And it is spiraling, but it's just broken. See, they are spiraling into... They're doing what I asked for. But like I said, I think we're going to need a couple more... Do you know what I mean? You're going to need a couple more prompts like, hey, you know, it's all clustering strange, you know. But it's just, like I said, just done from a conversation. It is trying to do what I wanted it to do. It's very, very close. Very, very close. Like I say, it's running. Just needs a few adjustments, like the parameters are out, you know. So anyway, another quick demo done. But yeah, this hotkey UI, this is the thing I'm most interested in right now. So off he goes. He's going to do hotkey, fold them out. I'm going to leave this one cooking overnight. Don't forget, we recently did a new tool, which is... We've got Captioneer V2, which we finished recently. That's a video editing suite. We also have the ArtGrid Studio, which I can't find because I can't type ArtGrid tonight. There we go, ArtGrid Studio, like this. Loads of different modes. And then obviously the last thing we just made was the MD to SVG, which turns MD documents into animated SVG previews. This is all fun. Like I said, made this today. You can record it to a WebM. You can probably use that. Like I said, I'm going to use it like in picture. That's my idea for this one. Bit like the retro, what was it called? Retro text, was it? Retro text, no. Console. Yeah, console. That's the one we did yesterday. So this one does like, you know, fake console type stuff. Right? But you can't save this one. See, it was easier for me to just make the SVG, because the joke is when you open them in a web page, they do open. Do you know what I mean? So you don't really need the video for the web. It's for comfy UI workflows. You might want to turn it into like a animation, a proper animation at least. But yeah, these are all like little experiments that we've done. Oh, hello. Oh, no, that's in downloads. For a minute there, I was like, you finished already? There ain't no way. Oh, wait, yeah, he is. It's still installing. Alright, guys. I'm jumping off the bus. That's my 100 beats. Did a little bit overtime as well. So I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow at 8 PM GMT. Same time, same place. We're going to be continuing the video training and looking at a bunch of other stuff like custom nodes. We got more to develop and announce. Maybe a little bit more vibe coding. We're doing a lot of that lately. So don't sleep on Sonnet 4. And I'll see you next time.